Hello and welcome to Recyclist. It's April 21st, 2025. I'm your host, Eric Provost, and this is your weekly roundup of all the biggest news stories in the world of waste, gas, and energy, brought to you by Diamond Scientific. First things first, and as always, let's take a quick look at the stock market and 5 stocks on the move this past week within the world of waste, gas, and energy. Going into Easter weekend, Waste Management was sitting at $230.91 a share. Forum Energy Technologies had reached $15.45 a share. Brookfield Renewable Corp is now at $21.57 per share. Republic Services Incorporated hit $243.28 per share, and Ranger Energy Services is now at $12.62 per share. But moving into the news, a bipartisan group of federal legislators has reintroduced the Farmer First Fuel Incentives Act, which would extend the clean fuel production credit through 2034. The current credit, also known as 45Z, is set to expire at the end of 2027. The 45Z credit is one of 13 created by the Inflation Reduction Act to support clean energy. Lawmakers previously introduced the bill in September during the last Congress. It would require fuels to be made from feedstocks produced or grown in the U.S. The tax credit it extends incentivizes the production of biofuels, including those derived from landfill gas or organic waste. And sticking with legislation for just a minute, this past week, the Washington State Senate voted 25-23 to pass House Bill 1409 concerning the Clean Fuel Standard, significantly improving Washington's clean fuels program. The vote itself comes against a backdrop of recent federal attempts to stop state climate action, which has climate leaders and advocates naming state and local policymaking as the quote-unquote final line of defense. House Majority Leader Representative Joe Fitzgibbon was touted as a key champion in getting the initial Clean Fuels program passed in 2021 and led this year's push to pass an upgrade to the existing program, saying, quote, "With HB 1409, Washington is taking the next big step forward toward a clean transportation sector that protects our climate, our air quality, and our local economies," end quote. And companies are certainly taking full advantage of the currently available legislation. Just this past week, Vision RNG announced they had closed a $28.8 million sale of investment tax credit associated with its landfill gas-to-energy project located at Laurel Ridge Landfill in Corbin, Kentucky. The Laurel Ridge RNG facility, developed in partnership with Waste Connections, captures methane emissions from the Laurel Ridge landfill and converts them into pipeline-quality RNG, significantly reducing greenhouse gas emissions while providing a reliable source of renewable energy. Kevin Johnson, the CFO of Vision RNG, said, quote, "We're proud to have closed another successful tax credit transaction in support of our growing portfolio. The proceeds from this sale will allow us to further invest in projects that deliver both strong environmental and economic returns," end quote. And hopping across the world for just 1 second, renewable gas will soon flow through South Australian gas pipelines under a milestone biomethane agreement between the Australian Gas Infrastructure Group and the DeLorean Corporation. Under the agreement, up to 210 terajoules of biomethane generated from commercial and industrial organic waste will be injected into the existing gas network each year, with DeLorean planning to sell the biomethane to industrial users. The formal agreement enables DeLorean to connect and export biomethane from its SA1 bioenergy project, currently in construction, to customers remote from its facility in Edinburgh Parks in the northern suburbs of Adelaide. The SA1 project will use anaerobic digestion to process up to 70,000 tons of waste per year to produce biogas for renewable electricity and gas. Construction is underway on the facility and is expected to be complete in 2026. And just a reminder, Recyclist is a registered trademark of Diamond Scientific, an industry leader in gas analysis, instrumentation, and solutions. Make sure to visit them online at diamondsci.com. That's diamondsci.com. Or you can even set up a personalized presentation by calling 321-223-7500. Now on with the news. In a recent study, South Dakota State University researchers have shown that a treatment called Nanobubbles significantly reduces biochemical and chemical oxygen demands and suspended solids in dairy wastewater. Nanobubbles are 2,500 times smaller than a grain of salt, but have unique characteristics that have led to their applications in a variety of industries, including drug delivery, agriculture, and water pollution. The study is being spearheaded by South Dakota State University Alfred Chair in Dairy Manufacturing, Manisha Mohan. Mohan and her team found that nanobubbles significantly reduce biochemical and chemical oxygen demands, along with suspended solids, by 10.6%, 5.77%, and 16.5% respectively, while increasing dissolved oxygen by 134%. And up next, Thermogenics, a provider of boiler life cycle solutions in North America, has introduced a new biogas enrichment system that enables industrial boilers to operate using renewable biogas, either independently or in combination with natural gas. Dean Johnson, the Director of Technical Services at Thermogenics, said, quote, "When properly conditioned, biogas can be a clean-burning, renewable energy source. It helps reduce emissions by capturing methane that would otherwise be released into the atmosphere." End quote. Ross Garland, the CEO at Thermogenics, additionally said, quote, "We're helping our customers turn waste into energy while keeping their operations reliable." End quote. And next, Project Canary, an emissions measurement and reporting platform, along with Sniffer Robotics, a company that specializes in drone-based emissions monitoring, recently announced a strategic partnership they claim will revolutionize methane emissions monitoring and quantification at landfill sites worldwide. The collaboration will integrate Sniffer Robotics' drone-based surface emission measurement data collection system with Project Canary's emissions quantification models. The companies hope the partnership will create an unprecedented solution that enhances emission source detection, localization, and instant quantification to deliver actionable insights for landfill operators seeking to understand and mitigate their environmental impact. And lastly, Montauk Renewables, a Pittsburgh-based renewable energy company, recently announced that its subsidiary, Tulsa LFG LLC, broke ground on a renewable natural gas landfill gas project at the American Environmental Landfill in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The project is accompanied by an extension of its existing gas rights and lease agreement with the landfill host AEL. With a variable inlet capacity design, the new RNG facility is anticipated to have a production nameplate capacity averaging approximately 1,500 metric million British thermal units per day. Sean McLean, the CEO of Montauk Renewables, even said, quote, "Montauk is excited to announce the development of our new RNG facility in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and continued support of AEL, one of the most prized relationships in our portfolio. We believe this project is indicative of our core growth strategy to align ourselves with exemplary host businesses and synchronize their growth needs with our development initiatives." End quote. And that will do it for your April 21st, 2025 episode of Recyclist, a registered trademark of Diamond Scientific. I've been your host, Eric Provost, and we will see you back here next week for another brand new episode of Recyclist. Thank you.